The show is utterly ridiculous and madness, and it looks amazing. When you started it, who did you think would be your biggest competition? I want to hear from each of you.
As far as competition goes, I mean, I've never done a competition show, so I think Wendell was probably the one person that has one survivor, was like gonna bring it, a strategist in that sense. And he was probably the one person that I was like, I am a fish out of water in this sense, but he knows what he's doing.
I honestly didn't know who was going to be a threat or what, because they say in TV time, one day is like a month, and it is. And when we first met each other, I was just like, "Yo, like everyone is so awesome and dope." And then when it came time for the competition, you felt the change in the air, and you're looking at everyone differently, and they're looking at you differently. And at that point, it was just, I come from a background of being a boxer, so I don't ever look at anyone and size them up, because the skinniest, smallest guy is usually the guy who will hurt you the most. So yeah, it was just the mindset of, hey, we'll see what happens.
Got it.
Yeah, I would definitely say, Devon and Wendell, just because they came from competition game shows, The Challenge and Survivor. So, I'm like, okay, these are strategists, so they're here to play.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I always find fascinating, the blend of the gamers from those shows versus, y'all who have been on just, more generalized reality.
Like leading with the heart.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, lead with the heart, but also be vicious. Or what kind of tactics did you use when you realized, oh, I need tactics?
You know what? I wish that I had more tactics. I think that honestly, I was there. I was having fun. Although there was some strategies when we tried to form alliances, but that did not work to my benefit. But I think that my tactic was to go in, have fun, meet some amazing people, and see how far I can get.
Yes, I mean, similarly, I think because this show for me was so much of, I just want to go have some fun and see what happens. If I were to think of it differently, I think I could have had a much better outcome. But honestly, this was something that was not expected, this phone call when it came in. And it was one of those things of, this really does sound like fun. And it was. It was a great group of people. It was a really great crew, and we had a good time. So, you can be very strategic in a lot of ways, but with a show like this, people, we all know, sit on the couch and you're going to, I would have done this. I would have done that. I've done this. We've all done it. When you're there for a whole day and it is much different. So you have to be adaptable. You cannot stick to a certain plan or it won't go well for you.
Mm-hmm. For me, to echo their point, like I thought it was going to be super fun, lighthearted, and easy. But I did notice a shift after I became the GOAT. I was the first GOAT. And, coming from like Bachelor, let's just say you were the girl that stood out. So you won like the date. Usually that's like a great thing. And like, okay, great. And it's competitive, but people are still kind of happy for you. Yeah, well, it didn't feel that way. Immediately after becoming the GOAT, you can see people kind of like talking. And I'm like, why isn't anybody speaking to me? I'm like, oh, because they're all starting to form alliances and they're all starting to be strategic. So like the game flipped very quickly. And I was like, I was scared. I was like, what did I just sign myself up for? It was totally new for me.
Wow. Yeah. That put that target
being like the first GOAT, because you're like the example, like, let's see.
Exactly. Usually that's like glorified in like Bachelor, like, oh my gosh, she got like, the first impression rose. That's where I thought I was going with that. Clearly it's not that show.
Yeah.
Like you got to put your armor on, like, oh, I thought this was supposed to be good.
Really cute and fun. No? Okay.
The fun, it looked like a lot of fun, just the challenges and the athleticism involved in it. How was that?
I mean, dude, we had Daniel Tosh coming out just being ridiculous, where I'm like, again, how do you not have fun with that? Even with the competitions being like, everyone's competitive.
I was just gonna say
it could be the most ridiculous, funny challenge, and it will get serious real quick. So when you had someone like Tosh coming out just breaking jokes and making fun of you, like you have to have a sense of humor to have fun with it. And for me, at least, I could say it made the experience flow a lot better.
I love that. It's nice that you have him as the like center point. I do have one more question. Name your favorite person from this whole experience.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's hard.
Experience?
Favorite person from the whole experience. I mean, I'm going to go with Lauren just because I knew her before. Like, she was my friend. Yeah. When I walked in the house, I felt like I had my person there, which is nice because you don't know if you're going to know anyone or not. And that made me feel better.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, now I feel like I need to my favorite.
I could be the bottom of the MySpace top 8. It's okay.
I would say two people. Honestly, I was gonna say Paula, because I feel like she really had my back. But also Joey, seeing you there was honestly a sense of comfort because I was like,
It's like for you and Joe, right? Like, no matter what it's nice when you walk in and you know 100%, someone.
100%. It puts you at ease. But my person, I think I would say probably Alyssa Edwards. I think like Justin's such an amazing person and his energy was infectious and he really we connected. And I had big eyes for him. I was just like I was enamored by him. So he was the sweetest person to me.
Beautiful. Amazing. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Thank you so much.
I know y'all got a long day. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, honey. Have a nice day.